Hi, and welcome to another episode of Yoga for Mental Health and Relaxation. My name's Andy. I work at Unique Fitness. It's a great pleasure to do this video as part of the Disability History Month, along with the University of Bradford. And we've got another part-seated class today, and I've got my shoes off again, and I might go down to my bare foot today just so that I've got a good grip on the floor. I'm in comfortable clothes, and this one is still a gentle flow, so I don't believe I'll need any water, but if that's how you like to roll, then just have some nearby. Again, just take your body to its comfortable position and rest if ever you need to. Lovely. Let's begin. So, let's start off by finding our centre, and for this episode we're going to do it on the chair. So if you haven't done one of our classes yet, then finding our centre is a way that we can just check in with our body and make sure that our posture is correct. So I'm just going to take my tailbone, this area here, and tip that back as far as it will go. So that's the end of one range. And then I'm going to tuck my tailbone under, and that's the end of the other range, and my centre is the part into the middle of those two. So for me is there. Then I'm going to take my imaginary zip and just zip up. So think about just lengthening up through the spine. When I get right to the top, I'm just going to allow my shoulders to relax. So I've found my centre, I've zipped up. I'm now just going to close my eyes, that's how I like to begin. Then just focus on my breath. I can leave my hands wherever's comfortable. So just take a few breaths. This allows you to have a little scan of the body. See if there's any tension. If there's any areas that we might need to focus on. And we can just draw our attention to our in-breath. And our attention to our out-breath. And when you're ready, just gently open your eyes if they're closed. And then just take your ear to your shoulder, whichever side, back to the centre, and then the opposite way. If you'd rather keep your eyes closed, of course you can. Once we're back at centre, you can take the chin down to chest and just take it to the sky, but just be aware, you don't have to go so far, just whatever's comfortable. As you repeat, you can just gradually increase the range. When it's back at centre, just relax the arms alongside the body, shoulder roll. Allow the shoulders to elevate, roll. We're going to do both directions, so wherever you want to start, up to you. Change directions. If we just relax our shoulders, bring the elbows just up to the, just underneath the shoulders, and then just spinal rotation. So just from one side to the other, and we're still focusing on our breath. Just wherever's comfortable, no need to fight the resistance. Lovely. Back to the middle, allow the shoulders to relax. Let's interlock the fingers and let's just do roller coaster, roller coaster. Let's try and keep the shoulders relaxed. Still thinking about your breath, being conscious of it. Still thinking about zipping up your posture. Change directions. Lovely, and if we just extend the arms straight out, just underneath the shoulders, so it's comfortable there. So palms down to the floor, then we can just bring the palms up and then circle. So big circles with the hands. Change directions. Lovely, let the arms relax. And just let's move the arms with the breath. So breathe in, extend the arms out from the side, palms come together, shoulders back and down, breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. If this is too fast for your breath, then you just control your breath to your movement. There's no need to be synchronized. Lovely. Just leave the arms down beside you. Okay, for this next posture, I'm just going to take my feet just slightly wider than hip distance and turn my feet out. So I've just opened up my inner thighs. I'm still aware of my centre and my tall posture. And then when I'm ready, relax the arms alongside the body. Breathe in, extend the arms, bring the palms towards each other at the top. Breathe out. Breathe out. So we're all going to have a different capacity of our lungs. So if my breath and movement is too slow or too fast for you, just control the movement to your in and out breath. If it's too much to take your hands above your head, then just go halfway or to a range that's comfortable for you. then we're just going to do one arm raise. So if we go with our right arm, raise, at the top hold, and then just tip the body over to that same side. Return to the centre, bring that arm down, but this time wrap it around if you've got a chair, or you can just put it behind you. We're just going to add a little twist. And then back to centre. So if I show you from the side, so it's a one arm raise. Tip, stay nice and tall, control your movement. Back to centre. The hand can come onto the back, whatever's comfortable, and then twist. Return, release, repeat. Back to centre, and we'll just do the other side. So if you've got a chair, you can always wrap the arm around the chair and just use that chair as a little bit of aid, just to gently press your hand into the chair to help you with that twist. Okay, so the other arm, tip, return, hand around the chair or around the back of the body, rotate. Repeat. Just come back into centre. So for our next posture, if you're on a chair like this, it's maybe a little bit straightforward, because what I'm going to do is go into a seated warrior. So I've just created two right angles, a right angle with my front leg, I've got my hip distance gap, and I've got a right angle of my bottom leg. So this is quite a comfortable position on this chair. You may need to manoeuvre yourself so that you have this right angle at the same time as being in centre, at the same time as zipping up. Okay? So this time, with my restriction of my chair, my arms are just going to come up forward. So I'm going to leave my legs this position, breathe in, lengthen up, relax the shoulders, breathe out. Breathe in. You don't have to, you don't have to stay on the chair. If you wanted to, you could raise up, take the weight off the chair, breathe in, breathe out. When you glance down, breathe in, just make sure your knee is just over your ankle. Breathe out. Relax. It's very important the knees over the ankle, it's away from the toes. And then when you're ready, you can change sides. So just create those two right angles again, if that's comfortable for you. And when you're ready, center, zip, breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in. If you wanted to take the weight off the chair, breathe in. Breathe in. And relax down. Lovely. So generating quite a lot of heat through the legs. So for our next posture, I'm going to use the chair, but I'm going to take myself off of it and just bring my hands. So you need to make sure that with your, I'll show you what we're going to be doing. So it's going to be our high plank position. So that's our high plank position. So just need to make sure that whatever surface your chair is on, is that the grip is there and the chair's in a position where it can support you. Okay, so my hands are going to go shoulder distance apart. My feet are going to go hip distance. I'm going to take my heels and push them back. I'm going to suck my thigh muscles into the bone. I'm going to find my center, zip up, and from here, I'm just going to keep my shoulder blades back and gaze down. So this is our high plank. Just going to have a few breaths here. If you need to come out of this at any time, just come out and relax. If I bend my knees, I can just walk my feet back up to my chair. I can turn my chair back around. And we're going to just take a moment and then we're going to just put that flow together. Okay? So if you need to rest for a moment, please do so. And then we'll just start the process of just getting set. So we'll have the feet slightly wider than hip distance with the toes turned out. So that's just going to open up the inner thighs. Still find my center. Zip up. Okay. So as long as you control each movement to one of your breaths in or out, you just go with the tempo that matches your breath. So, when you're ready, arms. And release. So just 3 or 4 breaths with double arms. Single arm, whichever side you're going to start with. Tip. Return. Hand around the back, the chair or the body. Rotate. Release. Other side. Release into our lunge or seated lunge. If you'd rather, you can stand. Relax, switch sides. Your choice. If you are going to a rising position, just check the position of your front knee. If you're already risen, you can push through the back foot to stand up. And if you need to adapt your chair for our high plank, So hands shoulder distance, feet hip distance, heels back, suck the thigh muscles into the bone, find the centre, zip up, relax the shoulders, hold. Just 3 or 4 breaths here to finish. If you're feeling a little bit adventurous today, we can take one of the feet just gradually off the ground, hold. Try and make sure that the body itself is still stayed in alignment. Release if you've gone with the foot raised, and then switch sides. Release if you've gone with the foot raised, and one more breath here. Bend the knees, walk the feet back in, and then just find a comfortable seat position while we just finish off with a few in and out breaths. Your choice, either eyes open or closed. If you'd like to stay longer, feel free to do so. Just cup the eyes with the hands. If you're ready to come out now, just open the eyes, leave them covered, just so that we let little rays of light back in. And when you're ready, just slowly take the hands away from the eyes. So hopefully you feel more relaxed and more calm than when you started. And you can use this video again, or segments of it. Thank you very much for joining us, and we'll see you soon.